My favorite is you. What can I do? The Lord, I call on you today. Come and turn things around. Come and turn things around. Turn things around. Come and turn things around for your children. Jehovah Jireh, turn things around. Papa, turn things around. They are suffering. Yeah. In the house in the house. United Nations government are setting community, which is on the back of Chineke and I told I will answer you and show you great and mighty things to them. When the righteous man is seated upon the throne, everywhere you go, there is joy, joy, joy. When the wicked man is seated upon the throne, everywhere you go, there is crying, suffer, tire, suffer, from the east to the west, to the mountain about from the north to the south, there is Righteousness exalts and shines, but sin is a reproach to any people,
Very true. Righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people, such as Nigeria is going through different kind of reproach today. Court discharges Miyetti Allah leader Bodejo as Nigerian government withdraws terrorism charges. Court. Which court? Nigerian court. Nigerian court. The same court that has discharged and acquitted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the government refused to obey. And the government refused to obey. The same Nigerian court that discharged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in 2022, 13th of October, the appeal court struck out all the remaining 8 charges or 7 charges that Justice Binta Nyako reserved in her courtroom. The appeal court struck all of them out, including the terrorism charges against Nnamdi Kanu, and declared him discharged and acquitted. And the state government, or should I say, the federal government, during the time of Buhari, refused to comply with the court order. And they held Nnamdi Kanu down, contrary to court judgment. They did not appeal that very judgment. They did not contest it in the Supreme Court. They refused to release Nnamdi Kanu. The same Nigerian court has discharged and acquitted Bodejo, the leader of Miyetti Allah organization, which is an umbrella body that leads the herdsmen of Nigeria, the herdsmen, the Fulani herdsmen that have been killing people, that have been destroying farmlands, raping women in their farms, kidnapping and abducting people from their farms, destroying their crops, destroying their, or there was a video, I don't think that video is available now. I would have played it, I would have brought it to the screen, where they took their cattle to a corn farm, a farm where maize was cultivated. Maize have grown. This is the season of maize. With their machete, they were cutting down the maize, feeding them to their cattle. It was a huge farmland, maybe up to 3 or 4 plots of land that maize was cultivated. These herdsmen went there with their cattle. Some were carrying AK-47 rifle, cutting down all the maize. And the cattle were busy feeding on them. This happened to be their leader, Bello Bodejo. How was he released? The government withdrew all the charges, withdrew the case. The case that they filed against him in the court, they went to the court and withdrew it. They discontinued the case. As they discontinued the case through the Attorney General, this present Attorney General, not during the time of Buhari, in this administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Attorney General of the Federation withdrew the case against Bello Bodejo, the leader of the Fulani herdsmen. Fulani herdsmen is in the terrorism, in the World Terrorism Index as the number 4th most dangerous terrorist organization in the world. The herdsmen, they are there, enlisted in the Global Terrorism Index as number 4. Their leader, Bello Bodejo, has been discharged and acquitted, has been released as the federal government decided to withdraw the case. The court subsequently discharged him and released him. Was he convicted? Did they secure his conviction? Have the herdsmen stopped all their killings and kidnappings and raping of people? Both in the north, both in the middle belt, in Benue, in Plateau State, in the east, in the south. Have they stopped? The answer is no. Why did they release their leader? Because that is how Nigeria is structured. That is how Nigeria is put together. That is how Nigeria functions. If you don't know, that is how the country functions. That is exactly how Nigeria functions. It makes the British so happy that the way they created this very contraption, that the contraption is functioning the way they want. Because it is in the chaos, in the corruption of the system that they advance their benefit and enrich themselves. King Charles is now the monarchy. He's now I think King Charles III. He is now the King of England. King Charles I, King Charles II, this is King Charles III, the son of Queen Elizabeth II. Prince Harry is warming up. He with the wife, Meghan Markle, they came to Nigeria here about last month, and people were, throwing red carpet to them. That is it. Maybe they have come to see what is the remains of Nigeria, whether it is still working the way their evil ancestors put it together, and they have seen it. They have toured around Nigeria and they have left. By the time King Charles III is no more, Prince Harry will take over. The continuation of the function of this very contraption, the existence of this very contraption will continue. That is called Nigeria. Will continue. The more dysfunctional the country is, the more enriched the British is. That is how they want it. Bello Bodejo has been released. The terrorism charges against him, the government has withdrawn the case from the court, and the court now discharged him and released him. Still, his group, his organization, Fulani Herdsmen, is still on the World Terrorism Index as number 4. Whereas IPOB is not anywhere in the World Terrorism Index as a terrorist organization. Injustice is evil. Injustice is condemnable. Anyone that is well-meaning, anyone that a conscience is still alive, we speak up to condemn injustice. Court discharges Miyetti Allah leader. Miyetti Allah leader Bodejo Bello as Nigerian government withdraws terrorism charges against him. This is the Miyetti Allah leader. Look at him. The leader of Miyetti Allah, Kotal Kore Bello Bodejo, has been discharged of an alleged terrorism charge filed against him by the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice. Meanwhile, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, is yet to be released on court orders since his extraordinary rendition from Kenya to Nigeria by Nigerian authorities in June 2021. The leader of a non-violent movement is still held in the DSS dungeon, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. But the leader of the number 4th terrorist organization in the world has been released by the same Nigerian government led by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I hope the Guardian is listening. And I hope the content creators in Nigeria, they are also listening. The leader of a group that is killing people, raping women, cutting their body parts in pieces, the leader of Miyetti Allah, Kotal Kore Bello Bodejo, has been discharged of an alleged terrorism charge filed against him by the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice. Meanwhile, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, is yet to be released on court orders. The same court that gave the order for this leader of the Miyetti Allah to be released is the same court that gave the order for Nnamdi Kanu to be released. The court order of the release of Miyetti Allah leader has been obeyed, but the court order of the release of the leader of IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has not been obeyed. In a publication by Sahara Reporters, it was gathered that Justice Inyangeko of the Federal High Court Abuja on Wednesday, in a ruling, discharged Bodejo after counsel for the AGF, Aderonke Emana, moved an oral application for the withdrawal of the 3-count charge. They obeyed quickly because it's Fulani, but because it is Igbo and Biafra, they said, to hell, we cannot obey. At the resumed hearing on Wednesday, Emana informed the court that she had an oral application. Oral, they did not write nothing. Oral, just as I'm talking now. That's how they said it, and it was carried out. The lawyer said the application was under Section 108 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act, ACJA 2015. She said the request was further predicated on the power of the AGF under Section 174 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, adding that the Attorney General of the Federation had instructed her to withdraw the charge against Bello Bodejo, the leader of the Miyetti Allah movement, in the interest of justice. In the interest of justice. So where is the interest of justice in the case of Nnamdi Kanu? Where is the interest of justice? They are not interested in the justice for the Southeastern people. They are not interested in the justice of the Igbo people. They are not in the interest of the justice of the people who are so victimized and subjected to all manner of inhuman and degrading treatment. And with this, we bring this very segment of the broadcast to an end. See you soon in the next segment of our broadcast. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
As Pastor Maxwell I call on you. Come and turn things around for the people. My visit is in the Lord. I call on you today. Come and turn things around. Come and turn things around. Turn things around.